Hello everybody, welcome to chapter 29. Oh, I wish I was working on dust collection in the shop today, but today's video is going to be a recap of what I got done in my bathroom renovation this week. So hang in there and enjoy. Well, welcome back everybody. We just want to do a little bit of explanation before I head into this week's content. First of all, thank you so much, but I have now reached 100 subscribers. So that's kind of, I don't know, a little milestone as far as growing a channel goes, but hey, I'll take it. Thank you so much to those of you who come and watch occasionally at least, or maybe you watch every video, maybe you don't, maybe you just subscribed just so I wouldn't find out that you didn't. So I think as far as subscription goes, I'm still probably in the category of friends, colleagues, relatives, that kind of mix yet. So hopefully my stuff will start to appeal to you guys as well as to a broader audience. So thank you so much. And there's going to be more on that in the next video. So that won't be all you'll hear about that. Because hey, to me it's a big deal. The other thing you're going to notice, we're going to head into the bathroom renovation shortly. And I have to admit, excuse me, it has been very difficult to get something done in there and shoot video at the same time. The room is so small. Sheila does not have time all the time to be shooting video for me, and if she's in the room, it's another person in that little space. So what I've started to do more and more is, and I did that more in this video, I'll build something, do something in there, kind of get to the end of a segment, and then I'll bring you guys in and I'll show you and explain what I did. So if you have questions after that, please engage me in the comments below. That would be wonderful. But I'm not sure if I would necessarily categorize this as a how-to video, although it certainly could be, but just more to show you what's involved in doing a project like this and the thought process that goes into it and how long it takes to do it, and eventually I'll share how the cost as well. So all those things, I hope you're enjoying this or at least tolerating it and watching it. Remember to like and subscribe, and away we go. So welcome to this week's content. It's basement and foundation plywood, so it's tough. So I thought, well, what I would do to locate this is I built 3 spacers that fit right into the end cavities in the middle. And I'm going to be able to screw these down to the floor and then put my curb, if I can do it now, and put my curb over top of it like that. Now how I'm going to hold it onto that, I'm not 100% certain yet. I may put some thin set on and just stick it on. That would work really good, and I think that's may be what happens. I think the other 2 cavities, I don't know how it would work, but I'm tempted to fill them with dry pack. So I don't know, this probably isn't at all necessary, maybe not even recommended, but I make decisions based on my best knowledge, and I just felt that this was a little flimsy, just set onto the floor. Unless I've missed something, which certainly is possible, maybe there are others out there that have the solution to this, and I'm sure I'll find out after this is done. But I'm comfortable with this. This is going to hold it solid and secure, and it's going to allow me to do what I want. I think that's about all for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside, I'm going to install this, but that's just putting in, 4 screws per, so 12 screws, not a big deal, and we'll go from there. So, like I said, this week the whole idea is getting that base, or pardon me, the bathroom shower tray and curb setup. Anyway, we'll see you inside. All right, well, we're in the bathroom here, and I'm sure that this is not the way Schluter recommends putting their curb in, but this is what we're going to do. So as I showed you before, I made these blocks that go into the curb, and then I screwed them on. We made some changes as far as dimensions here, so it's a good thing that we brought the toilet in and figured it all out. There is just no extra room in this bathroom. So I ended up cutting the shower back about 1 inch, and then what I did is, and I didn't show you this, I used some of the base material to make the shower pan. I filled the 2 holes that had nothing in them with that cement. And that's pretty fast drying stuff. I did it at about 3 o'clock, and it's now about 5, and it's solid, like it's ready to go. So now what I'm going to do, and we're not going to show this because my wife is filming, and we're going to need to, both of us, slide this curb back into place. You can see I've put liberal amounts of thin set down. I am very happy with the way this is going to stay in place. Okay, well, this is the end of another day. I think we're going to make a little change in the way we shoot this video. This room is just too small to get a tripod in and allow me to get any work done. So it's now the end of April. I was actually hoping to be finished this by the end of April, but I'm just too slow. So with that in mind, I'm just going to show you the progress I made today. I had to mix thin set again today, so I went and taped, embedded tape in all the seams, like the 1/4 inch there, that wall, did that. I had started before, yeah, light isn't very good in here either, but I think hopefully we'll get by that today. So yeah, I got that done. We're still not sure when we're going to final paint the ceiling. That is something that I'm glad I hadn't done yet, because I would have just ended up redoing it. The biggest thing today was trying to get the shower pan ready for dry pack. Now, I watched a few videos. Very common procedure was to put 60-minute paper, a couple of layers, maybe a couple of layers, I don't know, and then some stucco lath in there and put it together. And I don't know, I just didn't like that. So what I did, and I hope it's going to work, is again, I'm really relying on my materials. So I cut a piece of Curdy, that's that orange waterproofing fabric, and I put that in and embedded it in thin set, so you can see there's a light layer of thin set. But what I did is I built grading sticks, basically. So what I did is this distance, and you can see, maybe I'll go back a little bit. Okay, you can see that our shower is not symmetrical from, say, this side to that side. Those valleys are longer. And the reason that is because I had to move the drain. There's a joist right here, right where it needed to be the center. I'm not cutting a joist. So Sheila and I decided that just simply pushing it ahead a couple of inches wouldn't really matter in the big picture. So that's what we did. So what I did is I calculated 1/4 inch per foot. I made this thing first. I made this trough for the drain, for the rectangular drain. And I think what I'm going to do with that is, after the dry pack, we're going to wrap Curdy around that and into there. And I'll make a tray, and that'll seal that all off really well. I'm quite happy that I put it on the floor, because I think that's a better way to go. Right now I'm planning on leaving those sticks in because it's 5/8 treated plywood. It will last. I'm sure it's PWF, it's basement grade, so it's good plywood. So what that does though, it allows me to basically take a screed and screed these off. So I realized that I don't have enough thin set, or sorry, don't have enough dry pack. When I bought it, I just guessed, and here I'm a few bags short. So I don't want to start this until I have enough. And so we're going to head into Saskatoon tomorrow and pick up some more. We need to go into the city this week anyway, and we'll just go a little earlier. So that's my next step. I'm not sure how that drain, I think it's right. In hindsight, maybe I should have built around it, but I think at a normal shower it would get dry packed in, so I think I'm doing this all right. Everything is nice and level. Very happy with that. Nice grade to the drain. So that's good. This curb I put in yesterday, and I have to admit, maybe I'm just not up with the times. I looked at that curb, and it's basically just hollow foam, and I wasn't happy with it. So in 3 of the cavities, I put wood, treated plywood, and I showed that in yesterday's video, I believe. And then in the other 2 spaces, I filled them with the dry pack mix. And when I come in here today, this is nice and firm. I'm liking it. So we're going to take a tile along to the city tomorrow. And what I'm hoping to do is get one of those curb caps. We just want to see if the gray is the right color. So that's my wife's department. But I don't know, this seemed to, finally the lights went on. Hopefully what I've done is correct. I like it. It looks like it's going to be easy to get the dry pack perfect. And that's what I like. And then after that, after the dry pack is hardened, then we'll waterproof. I have a big roll of Curdy, so we're going to use it. And so I don't think there'll be any complications with, so the dry pack will come up to the top of that screed, and I'm going to put Curdy across the shower pan, up the wall, and then on the wall it's going to come down and overlap. So I like that. I don't think there'll be a problem. This Curdy down here, to me, is a backup. So it's sealed to the drain here. It should prevent any water penetration from getting to the framing. And I'm hoping that the backup will never be used because I'll do a good enough job on the waterproofing and the plan itself that I won't need to. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to pour this probably Friday because we're in Saskatoon tomorrow. And that's going to be pretty much all there's to it. So yeah, I think it'll look okay. I'm looking forward to getting to the tiling phase. I'm tired of looking at tile backer, but to me the walls look great. They're nice and straight, nice and plumb, corners are square. I think I mentioned the other day in the other video that I shot that we ordered countertop now, so we've got a nice 24-inch by 42.5-inch piece of granite coming. And the vanity's kind of been on hold for quite a while now because I've been busy in here, so I'm old and slow, what can I say? Anyway, that kind of brings you up to speed on today's accomplishments. I think it went pretty good, and we'll see you probably, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. Anyway, take care. Okay, I'm outside my driveway mixing the sloping mixture, whatever that's called. dry pack. I'm mixing with my cordless drill, and I shouldn't be. I'm going to burn it out. The consistency I have, I don't know if you can see that, I'll carry some over. Kind of like about that. I think it's a little wetter than they usually recommend, but it's giving me a little bit more work time, I think. This is the fast set stuff, but to do this with this drill, I'll burn it out if I mix a whole pail at a time. I did one, and boy, it was laboring. My big drill just doesn't work when I need it, so I don't know. But I think this is good, so we're gonna go inside and dump it in. I think I only have one more bag to mix, and we're done. This went fairly fast. Okay, I'm not sure how much of this you're gonna get to see, but take my pail. Dump it in. One bag mixes about 3/4 of a pail the way I'm mixing it. And I have cut screeds, but I have some long cement tools. Like I have a fairly long mag trowel and a fairly long stucco trowel, steel trowel. So that's what I've been using to level this, and it seems to work fine. I don't think you're going to see this, but I'll do the best I can. And this is fast set stuff, so I need to work fairly quickly. The drain centered nicely, all that's worked out well. The screeds have been an amazing help. I'm very confident with the levels that I have. And I will just have to make sure I finish this properly. It definitely likes the steel trowel better. The steel trowel, what steel trowels do is draw the moisture up, and this definitely does. The mag kind of rips it up, and I kind of use the mag just for floating, for leveling, and then set it aside. And then I can go back and work with the steel trowel. And if you have little divots, just fill them in. This is the only place I kind of have to eyeball because my trowel isn't quite long enough for that. The levels seem to, I'm quite happy with. I have to be careful now, I'm ripping up the other side here. I try to get it very close before I walk away and do the next pail. I don't know how fast this sets, so I just want to make sure that I don't end up having to grind the surface here. Times a smaller trowel will help. See what this does. Oh yeah, that's what the doctor ordered. I think, like, yeah, I want this as fussy as good as I can get it, but you have to remember too that there is thin set going over this yet too. So the curdy will get embedded in the thin set, and then there'll be thin set for tiles. So I think with that amount of compound going in yet, I have a little bit of wiggle room. But the goal is not to use it. I like things right. Oops, that's not right. go. That looks pretty good. I don't know how much of this you can see. I guess I'll find out when we edit, but tried some change in lighting. Yeah, this is just a little too long for that. I should get a shorter one. I have a shorter one too. And I know where it is. There, I think I can live with that for now. And always keep checking. It's moved over a little bit. Oh, that's, wait a second, did I measure at 17.25? Yeah, that's a little out. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I got it. You have to keep checking. In hindsight, I maybe should have made that trough for the drain just a tad bigger, but it's tight. It's right on. 3/8. There, perfect. Okay. And now we're gonna go out and mix another pail, the last one. Well, there it is. Shower pan is done. It was interesting to make. First of all, that fast set that I was using is definitely named correctly. This part here, the first part I poured, was already setting up by the time I got to the other end. So I had to work quickly, and there's one little item I'll have to deal with yet, and I didn't realize it, but this trough that I made for the drain actually moved this way about 1/8 of an inch. So I think what I'll do is I'll just take my circular saw and make an edge guide so I go straight and just cut down a little bit, because right now the drain won't go in. But that's minor, I can deal with that. But I think I kept it parallel, I kept measuring the whole time. It looks good, the slope looks nice. I think this is gonna work out really, really well. But yeah, the fast set, if I was doing this again, like I have some cement working experience, so it worked for me. But if I was inexperienced, I would look for a slower setting up product. This stuff was almost kind of scary fast. So, but it worked, it's done. So this is one of the tiles that's the floor tiles. And excuse the bump of the camera there, but, and these are the wall tiles. And all the tiles are in the 2x2 format, so the floor. The next step in here, tomorrow, I'm going to put the curdy on the shower floor. I want to let this dry and harden tonight. I was thinking of doing that today, but I think we'll give it some time. And then after that, we'll put curdy on the walls. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. If I have enough product, I might actually waterproof the whole floor. Maybe take the curdy about 6 inches up the wall on each side and thin set it in. I really, really want this to be watertight. I don't want anything rotting. So that's kind of where we're at. It's coming along nicely. I'm really looking forward to getting to the tiling part, because I actually bought a rigid tile saw. Used one that was in the community here, so I went and picked it up yesterday. So I think that'll really help. So that kind of is where we're at today. And like I say, the progress, I was happy with this, the way this pour went today. It is hard on the drill. If you are doing this, I wouldn't recommend using your cordless drill like I did. It's really hard on that thing. So, but my big drill isn't working now, so I did what I had to. Anyway, I think that's a pretty accurate representation of what I did today, and I'm okay with it. It worked out all right. So we'll continue with the Curdy next. Well, there you have it, everyone. That's what I got done this week. This was a week that I struggled. I wasn't sure what was the best way to do that pan. I watched several YouTube videos. I had all the materials here to do the building paper, stucco lath base, and it just didn't feel right. And the other thing that complicated things is sealing my drain in there as well. That long drain, I still haven't quite got my head around that, although we are moving ahead. So hopefully I won't get myself into a situation where I'll have to go backwards before I can go ahead. But I feel better with that Curdy membrane on the floor, because I think that's going to be a better way to waterproof that. And I'm hoping there are no problems with running 2 layers of Curdy about 2 inches apart, because there'll be Curdy coming over the dry pack that I installed as well. So hopefully I did everything right, and we get another 40 years out of that. And yeah, I guess, so that's it for this week, or well, for the renovation part of this week. And hopefully you remember to hit subscribe, like it if you're watching it, or even if you don't like it, at least subscribe. I don't know. Growing a channel is a tough thing to do, so hopefully my content gets to the point where you'll be interested in watching it and subscribing. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a very good weekend and next week, but I will talk to you again before the beginning of next week, so all the best.